Nets turn to take the lead. 1 point advantage, 26.2 remaining, so 2.2 difference between game clock and shot clock. You see the timeout situation. Nets with a foul to give.
Understanding that we have 26 seconds remaining in the game, Indiana has a full 24. You can get the ball inbounds now, get your people situated, and you have plenty of time to run screens to get the guy that you want to get the open shot. That's Reggie Miller. But my second choice right now is Ron Mercer. If they gang up on him, look for the next pass to go to Mercer for the open shot.
And sometimes it's not the first shot that beats you, it's the second shot. So they've got to do a great job in blocking out. They got the switch they want.
O'Neal against Kidd, and a foul. They had the foul to give. So the Pacers will inbound with 18.8 seconds remaining, still trailing by 1.
Now, if you run the same exact play, are you going to get the same switch this time?
I wouldn't. It's got to be Jason Kidd. You are a great defender. You stay attached. One possession, one stop, and you're advancing.
And that's one of the reasons they're the #1 seed is because they've been able to make stops.
They've got O'Neal and Miller on the same side of the floor. That's where they're going to play from.
They go back to O'Neal. Martin right up on him. O'Neal spinning, stolen by Kenyon Martin. And then the foul on Jermaine O'Neal. Kenyon Martin with a terrific defensive play. And he'll shoot with 8.2 remaining. O'Neal is fouled out.
Martin becomes the aggressor even though he's on defense right now. He's not going to let Jermaine O'Neal take it. Once he feels the ball is brought down low, he's got those hands in there. He wants to get a deflection before O'Neal can run that drop step spin move into the middle of the lane.
Now Martin is not a great free throw shooter. In the series he's 71%. During the season just 68%. Here tonight as you see 2 for 3.
Again, we could be in the same situation. Indiana has still timeout. But if they make both and they decide not to take it on the push up the floor, New Jersey has to foul to prevent the 3.
That, of course, if Martin hits them both and misses the first, it's still a 1-point game. Huge free throws.
Remember that huge deflection in the Philly game when Derek Coleman got his hand on the missed shot, tipped it back out again.
Martin hits the second, and Isaiah Thomas will use his final timeout right now, and they'll advance the ball. 8.2 seconds remaining. Overtime of the deciding game 5. 2-point Nets lead. Indiana ball when we return. 0.2 seconds remaining. Pacers down 2 with the ball, but they're out of timeouts. Now, do you try and hit the three-pointer and go for the win, or just get a good shot and look for double overtime?
Well, first of all, you understand that both teams are playing with key guys on the bench right now. Depending on who comes out on the floor, you know that Reggie Miller is the primary three-point threat. Austin Crozier can hit a 3, and Ron Mercer capable of hitting a 3. But just the fact that they're a threat may open up that 2-point shot for them. They just got to tie and get to the next overtime period. If the 3 is open, pull the trigger and shoot it and run off the floor when it goes in.
And they can't go for Miller's pump fake, which will get them on the line. They've got to stay down if they switch out.
No fouls to give. Miller gets past Kittles. Miller inside with the slam. Reggie Miller ties it with 3.1 remaining. The Nets have a 20 left, and Byron Scott will use it now.
Exactly what Coach Fratello just said. They were so worried about the 3 that he drove it to the rim, and he got the dunk. It's exactly what they wanted opened up.
And Reggie was smart enough to understand we only need 2. There he is jumping out on the 3, and he goes right around Kerry Kittles, who uses up no time off the clock and trying to stop him. That's the threat of Reggie Miller. They're switching out on him. Don't let him get started on a 3, but play defense, for goodness sakes, instead of giving him a clear path to the basket.
And the Nets grateful for the new rule this year. There used to be a 20-second timeout. You could not advance the ball. Now you can. And they'll get it in their front court by the 28-foot line with 3.1 remaining. Plenty to get off a quality shot.
Ollie back in the game on Kidd. He's got to keep him in front and make him shoot the ball over the top. And if I was guarding the inbounder, I am not letting that ball get into Kidd easily.
So you play on the top of the inbound on his right hand and force him to throw it to the corner. You tell him he says they seem to want to bring Kidd out to the top all the time.
Neither team with timeouts remaining. And both teams in the penalty. Martin to Kidd. Kidd makes his drive, puts it up. No good. Double overtime. The wild Eastern Conference continues from the regular season to the playoffs. Jason Kidd had a good look, but we'll go to the second overtime to see if the #1 seed can advance.